I want to talk about movie theater etiquette. And as someone who already went to the movies a lot, with a Movie Pass, I've seen a lot more movies, gone to a lot more movies. And I gotta say, we need to talk. It's 2018. We have got to be better human beings. It should not be, I shouldn't even do this segment. Shouldn't have to. But you know what? This is the ranty segment. I've noticed, based on the last episode and this one, I have two segments. One where I'm like talking about something I like in memories and all that, and then the second part is where I just bitch. And this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna bitch this whole time, and you can turn off the podcast now if you don't want to be taught a lesson, a lecture. Maybe you've had enough at school and you don't need me to teach you something. But I gotta teach some people something, because it is alarming on how much I have to explain this stuff. First rule that I usually play by. I'm gonna give you a list of things that I do, or things that I think are acceptable, things that I will allow. And I'm not a dictator. I'm not an authoritarian on movie going. I'm not. And I'm going to sound like this douchey hipster. I mean, some of you probably think I am, but I'm not. So first things first. During trailers, talking is allowed. I'm totally fine with that. I talk through trailers. Most people do. You know why? Because quite honestly, by the time you get to the movie theater and a lot of these trailers show up, if you're somebody like me, now that's what I'm saying, I don't want to blanket everybody, but if you're someone like me, you've already seen the trailer 2 or 3 times online. You've seen 2 or 3 different trailers on YouTube. That's just the nature of the beast now. And if you haven't done that, I'm impressed, because it's almost like you have to try not to see a movie trailer nowadays. It's incredible. They do so much to sell me on a movie. So yes, it is and with that going in, with that baggage, that's why I think it's okay to talk during trailers. Totally acceptable. If you get upset about people talking about trailers, I don't agree with that, because you're not there for those trailers. I'm always someone that jokingly said the best thing about going to a movie, if I were to rank them, it's 1, the popcorn, 2, the trailers, and then 3, the actual movie. Still believe that, but I also like the social component to trailers. So you can still be like, I don't know if I still want to see this, or this looks stupid, or what is this? I think I saw a trailer for the first time when I went to see Bohemian Rhapsody, which I did not write a review for on the website, which is shocking to me. When I saw this trailer, oh God, I'm going to butcher this, Alita Battle Angel, I think it's called. Saw the trailer for that, had no idea what's going on. I have a feeling, did they say manga? It's based on a manga? Oh, that's going to bother me. I'm not even, and you know what? I'm too lazy to do the research. Point is, that is not a movie for me. But I saw it happening. I'd never seen that trailer before, and I didn't talk through it because I was actually, trying to figure out what the hell was going on screen. And you know what I said after that? That's a stupid title. That's it. There's still a social aspect to it. Even when the Infinity War trailers were coming out, I talked to those because I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm so ready. I'm so excited. So hype. And I was. So yes, you can talk during trailers. It gives a new social aspect to going to see the movie. I think I'm going to rearrange these things. Actually, no, it is true. The 3 best things about going to the movies: popcorn, trailers, movies. The movie itself, the feature. Number 4 is immediately having the spoiler discussion with your friend afterwards. I think that's the whole reason I go to movies, is to go and say, oh my God, can you believe this happened? Or, this, that, or the other thing. I don't go alone because, I'm sorry, it's just sad. I'm going to add that in. I didn't have that written down. I'm going to add that in. Another rule, do your best to go with someone. This is also a joke. This rule is not a real rule. I'm just messing with people. I've never gone to a movie by myself. It sounds so different and foreign to me. I have to have at least one other person with me. And I think it goes back to the idea that I want to talk immediately about that movie with someone. And I don't know. It's just the way I've never seen a movie alone. I've always seen it with at least one other person. So it sounds weird. And I jokingly say it sounds sad and lonely. It does to me at first. But then I'm also like, you know what? That's not a fair assumption. There's several people that aren't sad and lonely. They just want to see a movie by themselves. And even talking about it right now, it sounds it's sad. I'm sorry. I got to stick to my guns. It's sad. If you can't take this joke, I'm sorry. Not sorry. All right. This is my biggest one. This is the one that drives me nuts. And I hate it so much. It drives me nuts. I've almost yelled at people because of this. But I also am like, don't be that guy. Hold in your anger. Stop clapping at movie theaters. Stop it. They cannot hear you. I cannot tell you how many times I have missed something in a movie. I'm going to get heated here. I can't. Oh my God. Okay, so here's story time. I went to go see Halloween. The review is up on loudandopinionated.com. That's like, what, 10 shots by now? I went to go see the new Halloween. It looked really cool. I wanted to see it. I love horror movies. We went and saw it. Awesome movie. But the worst part about this movie is, even though it's a horror movie, it's very much like a superhero movie that has this hardcore fan base. There was a dude completely dressed up as Michael Myers at this thing, which I should have took a picture of. I didn't. But there was a dude completely dressed up as Michael Myers. These people were hyped. They wanted to see this movie, this, that, and the other thing. It's like 40 years since a direct sequel to the, or 40, whatever. The point is, people were excited about this movie, myself included. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't fucking clap at important parts of the movie to ruin the experience for someone else. There's a particular scene in this movie that's really cool, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a scene for fanboys. Like I said, it's very much like a Marvel movie or a DC movie where they have a sequence that is clearly for the hardcore fanboys, so they can be like, yeah, I love that. And the worst part is, you're seeing it more and more in movies where they add this scene in there, or add this part to where there's a little bit of break in the movie to allow the applause, to which I want to just scream in their faces of these movie producers. I don't want to take away somebody's experience and I don't want them to not have fun at the movie. You can laugh as loud as you want. You can scream as loud as you want in a movie at a horror movie, what have you. But the minute you start clapping that loud, sorry for earbud listeners, the minute that happens, I'm sorry, I'm going to lose my shit. And I'm swearing a lot more in this episode because I'm so angry about it. But I'm going to get upset because they can't hear you. What is the point of clapping at a movie theater? You are not watching live theater. They cannot hear your claps. And I don't care. I know I sound like a douchey hipster. That's fine. People already think that about me. But at a certain point, we have to say as a society, do not clap during this movie. It's okay to go, yeah, or woo, occasionally. That's fine. I will accept it. But the minute you start putting your two hands together and making a clap sound, I'm going to lose it. I don't know if this guy next to me heard me when I was watching the movie, but he was one of the clappers. I don't know if he heard me. I thought the claps were loud enough to drown me out, but I literally just said, stop fucking clapping. Stop it. That's probably my biggest etiquette point is we got to stop it. Clapping, show your appreciation by clapping away from me in another theater. And if you are a clapper, I'm sorry I went in on you. I really am. But you have to understand that at a certain point, a man can take only so much. Because there's times I miss dialogue because of your clapping. I miss jokes. I miss something that could be important. Filmmakers, do not put those scenes in movies. Although I will say Avengers Infinity War, when Thor shows up at the end, spoilers I guess, I almost clapped because that was an awesome moment. I almost clapped for that. This is another one that I've been guilty of, and I do my best to not do it. It happens sometimes. If you're at a superhero movie, and if you are somebody like me who has some knowledge going in, has done his homework, read the comic books, or knows a particular storyline, what they're doing for the movie, you're with someone like my girlfriend who loves superhero movies but doesn't really read comics, she's gonna ask questions about certain things where I went, ooh, or oh, like I had a moment where I see things happen. She's gonna ask about those, which is totally understandable. That is not the point I'm driving at. If it's an elaborate Easter egg, I would suggest saving it for the credits. If it's something simple to be like, well, who's that? He's such and such. Oh, okay. That's fine. Totally understandable. Everybody does it. I do it. But if you're going to need a deep dive explanation of what's going on, you probably should save that for the credits. Because then you're just going to end up having a conversation, and you're going to be just be as bad, if not worse, than the clappers. Now, you know what? Take that back. Nobody is worse than someone that claps at a movie theater. Some say Nazis clapped at movie theaters, as far as I know. But yes, save those nerdy Easter eggs for the post-credit stuff, because you got so much time. There's so many people that work on a Marvel movie, and you're going to have a lot of time. If you don't have to pee or something, just kick back, explain what this is, so they know. I don't think I've ever actually ran into that much, because usually Ashley's pretty up on things, because I usually do my best to explain what's going on beforehand. She actually just walked into the room, so she missed the whole explanation of the Movie Pass fiasco from Friday. Told them the whole story. They're probably not going to hear this. I'll cut this out later. Before we get to wrapping up the movies, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I think I should.